So I'm taking the opportunity here at this moment to watch. I mean, I was reading about science fiction movies. I got this thing about science fiction, science fact, science fantasy, and science insanity. And I classify all movies that have ever been made by that venue. Moonfall, science insanity. I'm not quite. Let me see, halfway through. Let me see. I'm. I still have 2 hours and 15 minutes. No, can't be. I've watched 38 minutes, and I'm already. I understand why it got panned so bad. So within a matter of, I mean, they only have a matter of days. The moon has already affected the planet where giant tides are flooding everything. And they go to some fucking store or something, and here's a space shuttle on display, and they're going to fly it. Why couldn't you just fucking have a space shuttle ready? A space shuttle sitting somewhere ready to go? Why couldn't you just have a space vehicle ready, fucking set up, ready to go for Jiminy goddamn crickets? No, no, no. I can see the director now. No, it needs to be a disabled shuttle sitting in a goddamn warehouse somewhere to build the intensity of the. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? You know nothing about science. Who do you think watches this type of movie? Science fans, science fiction fans. And when your movie flops, it's not because we didn't like your movie, it's because you didn't appeal to us in any reasonable, sustainable, fucking mentally healthy way. I mean, do you understand how long it would take to pull a space shuttle out of a fucking warehouse and then have it ready to fly? Do you have any fucking idea whatsoever? Well, I can guarantee you the director of Moonfall had no goddamn idea. What, you thought there would still be real working fucking motors in it? You thought there would still be fucking seals all intact and, the fuel system ready to go? And you actually fucking believe this shit? Really? Holy fucking shit. Let alone the whole concept of the moon being hollow with a superstructure on the inside. Okay, you want to say aliens built the moon? Okay, I can go for that. I got no problem going for that. That there's a superstructure there under the surface of the moon? Okay, hey, fine. That's science fiction. I'm fucking more than willing to do that, okay? But the logistical fact of pulling a fucking space shuttle out of a goddamn store and having it ready to fly the next day is just, oh, so fucking insane. It's much easier to believe that aliens built the moon than it is to believe that you could take that fucking wreck of a space shuttle and have it ready to fly. You see, this is where they fall down. It's not the big things. It's always the little things they miss. Okay? It's always the little things. Oh, so fucking bad. They're either, I did the video the other day on Earth versus the flying saucers. Earth versus the flying saucers. Nothing's bad has happened. Nothing bad has happened. They simply came and landed at their facility, and they get out. Aliens get out of a spacecraft, and they start walking out from under their protective shield. And what happens? This fucking Jeep pulls up, okay, with an ack on it, and for no reason whatsoever, opens fire and kills one of them. Aliens retaliate. What the fuck? Forbidden Planet. Forbidden Planet. Okay? They're explorers. They're explorers. They land on this forbidden planet, and the first thing they do is they're fucking armed to the teeth. They walk out with fucking pistols and rifles and set up the cannons and fuck. This is why I read the 99.9% of my science fiction, because it's science fiction. What makes it interesting, okay, is like the Ringworld series. Unless you have a basic education in physics, you won't even understand the story. You won't understand the premise of the story, the plot. Nothing. Okay? Yeah, it's sad. It's so fucking sad. It's so goddamn sad. The Hammer of God, Fountain of Paradise, all of those, all based on science. And when you see this kind of tripe, I mean, it is literal Hollywood fucking tripe. And then when it fails miserably, I mean, it was panned and failed. Okay, well, I can tell you why. And had I been standing there, I would have said, no one's going to want to watch this fucking movie. Who do you think science fiction fans are? People that don't like science? Is that it? Oh, God. It's so sad. It really is so goddamn sad. And so you have the moon is disrupting tides to the extent that they showed. It would also be distorting land masses to the same degree. And so everything that they're attempting or trying to do would be impossible to do. You're not going to put a space shuttle. They didn't show the space shuttle being removed from the store because, number one, the only door that I saw was a fucking double glass door in the front. And then they walk into the back and here's a fucking space shuttle. How did they get the space shuttle out of the store? It would take 2 days to dismantle the fucking store. And then all of a sudden, without any heavy equipment, they have the space shuttle on the back of a truck driving it down the road that wouldn't exist because of the effects the moon's having. I mean, and then the reluctant fucking hero. He's worried about the fucking moon's about to crash into the earth, and he's worried about what color fucking toilet paper to buy, so to speak, okay? So goddamn sad. Listen, fantasy and science fiction are not the same thing. Do you want to know why Game of Thrones was so popular? Because there was no premise to live up to. Other than having dragons, there was no premise they had to live up to. See? And it was incredibly popular with everybody. People that like science, people that knew nothing about science. You didn't have to know about science to enjoy Game of Thrones because it wasn't written for science fiction fans. So, what goes through Hollywood directors' minds when they come up with this kind of fucking shit? If it came from a book, okay, I can guarantee you that book did not say and try to produce the same circumstances that are being shown in the movie. Based on, incredibly loosely based on the book Moonfall. Okay, but I seriously doubt if there was a fucking book called Moonfall. Because if it was, this person most likely would have to be science-oriented in some way, and they would know that the premise is just untenable. I'm sorry. Okay? Who did they make the fucking movie for? Because the fans of their movie within minutes, 38 minutes in, and I'm like, okay, this is so fucking bad. They haven't even got to the meat yet, okay? They haven't got to the meat yet. The goddamn rapper was so bad. Oh, fuck. I did a video in 2019, where I went in and I found every science fiction movie that had ever been produced, and I tried to determine what percentage of them had friendly aliens, and it was less than 1%. It was 0.0 something 7% of the movies had a positive outcome or a positive outlook towards visitors from space. So goddamn sad. The state of affairs. Now I don't have any favorite science fiction authors now. I don't. I don't have any. There is no Asimov writing right now. Ben Bova. It's just it's so sad. It is so fucking sad. Even H.P. Lovecraft would be shitting his pants over a movie like this. Okay, and that's pure fucking horror fantasy. Okay, fuck it. I think I'm just gonna break out Gran Turismo and do a few liveries just to relax. I can't watch this movie. I intended on watching it so that I could critique it as far as science fiction movies go, and I can't. I'm going to sit here for the next 2 hours and 15 minutes, or the next 2 hours, 50 minutes gone. I'm not going to be able to do it. I won't, I can't. I won't be able to do it. It's so goddamn sad. There was no need for that whole scene. There was no need. There was no need to have the space shuttle stuck in some fucking store. It looked like a goddamn store. Basically, it was being robbed by guys at the time or something. I don't know. You just don't pull a space shuttle out of a museum and have it ready to go within a year. It's shocking. And then the whole father-son thing. They try to inject these emotional, oh, look, it's a movie about personalities. Fuck. Okay, yeah. Please do not contaminate your mind. If you ever think about watching, or if you ever see a lead in, or if you're on Netflix and you ever see whatever, okay, please save yourself the trauma of how bad this fucking movie is, okay, and don't watch it.